Welcome to this webcast of Songs for a Summer's Evening, a presentation of WUSB-FM, the Sunday Street Series, and the Long Island Museum. I'm Charlie Backfish, and I host WUSB's Sunday Street program, and I also produce the Sunday Street Series at the Long Island Museum. Due to the pandemic, we've suspended our live shows, but we're presenting occasional webcasts to keep the music alive. This is our third webcast. Our webcasts feature artists who have played our live series, along with some artists we hope to present to you once live concerts resume. We include artists from the New York area as well as national and international performers. This evening's webcast will include musicians from Canada, England, France, and Ireland. You may see performers you already know, but we hope you'll also discover some artists who are new to you as well. I'll be introducing our musicians, but I also ask you to consider supporting these artists who have basically lost over a year of income thus far due to the pandemic. You can do that by purchasing their CDs and other merchandise, as well as making a direct donation. After each performance, we'll share artist contact information on the screen. You'll also see some paintings from the museum's collection before each performance. There's a listing of the artwork and the artists at the end of the webcast. We begin tonight's webcast with Jessie Terry, who shared a co-bill in the Sunday Street series with Abby Gardner. Jessie's been very busy during the pandemic months, recording an album for the Christmas season, an album of cover songs, and a just-released album of 12 original songs, When We Wander. You'll hear two of these songs this evening. Here's Jessie Terry.
This is a song about looking back on your teenage years with rose-colored glasses. I know my childhood was a mess, but we had a river that ran through the back of our town. My backyard, really. And that place became our salvation. This is called Hymn of a Summer Night. When we were 16, used to run these rooftops, used to own these streets. There was always a chance I would kiss Maria and not go home again in defeat. And there was never any fear, just the hymn of a summer night, ringing out so clear. Well, you could hear it, hear the hymn of a summer night. Well, all of us met on the banks when we got older and figured it was time to get out. But one by one we came crawling back. There's something about this simple river town, and there was never any fear, just the hymn of a summer night, ringing out so clear. Well, you could hear it, well, hear the hymn of a summer night. I don't remember ice and snow or walking that road. when my sweetheart said she don't love me no more. But I can hear the radio full blast, touch that rusty window latch, feel the current rush between my toes. And I remember liquor stores on the state line, and branches lit by moonlight, where we hung our clothes out all night. And there was never any fear, just the hymn of a summer night, and ringing out so clear, well, you could hear it, well, you could hear it, well, hear the hymn of a summer night, the hymn of a summer night, the hymn of a summer night. So this song is the title track off my new album, When We Wander. And it was written before the pandemic, kind of about our literal wanderings and travels and just going for the dreams and the things we love in life. So, but I was worried when the pandemic hit that this song wouldn't make it through, just because it was, to me, it was always about physical travel. And then I realized we were doing so much wandering in different ways during the pandemic to get through. And the song means even more to me now. It's called When We Wander. Nobody knows that glint in your eyes. You'd leave this home we built in a moment's time and sail away without knowing the wind, for we may never have a chance again. When we wander, when we wander, don't it feel like we're finally found? When we wander, when we wander, we always find our way somehow. Someday we may raise a child of our own, and everybody tells you how a flower's supposed to grow. But I love the way you only listen to the stars and chart a course from the rhythm of a heart. When we wander, when we wander, don't it feel like we're finally found? And when we wander, when we wander, we always find our way somehow. And we've seen things that can't be bought, chose not to be afraid, but everything has its cost. But here I will remain, where the wildest horses run, 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 run. And when we wander, when we wander, Don't it feel like we're finally found? And when we wander, we always find our way. We always find our way. We always find our way somehow.
Antje Duvekot is no stranger to the Sunday Street series, playing numerous shows for us since she opened a show for Ellis Paul in 2005. Antje's 6 studio albums saw her working with producers like Seamus Egan of the Celtic supergroup Solace and Richard Shindell. Her most recent album, 2016's Toward the Thunder, saw Antje producing her own album as well as designing the cover.
This is called Half Light. In the dimming twilight, you are nearly mine. Late in the night when darkness falls, sing it whispered, sing it quiet, sing it just another time. And still I don't know you at all, but I have seen you in the fairgrounds. You were spinning untethered on the merry-go-round. Boyish joy upon your face, yes, I've seen you through the gate. Still I don't know you at all. Hey, hey, James, the season's getting late, and any day now the snow will fall, and only a fool would wait, would just stand there by the gate of a boarded up carnival. We missed the summer, so we picked the lock. You kissed me dizzy on the tilt-a-whirl, spinning and giddy like I'd never been kissed, punch drunk high up on the hurricane twist. On the night I was your girl. Was it the moonshine or the glow of the carousel, some dim ephemera on the whims of time? Singing JT and Dylan at the top of our lungs, country road and forever young, like holy writs on the tip of our tongues. Ooh. Hey, hey, James, the season's getting late, and any day now the snow will fall, and only a fool would wait, would just stand there by the gate of a boarded up carnival. And to hold it all together is unequivocally absurd. It's the mission of a madman, and no mission of the words. And babe, you may be chasing an invisible bird. Hey, James, the season's getting late, and any day now the snow will fall. And what kind of fool would wait, would just stand there by the gate of a boarded up carnival, of a boarded up carnival. called Half Lights. It's from my record Toward the Thunder. Sweet city of Dublin, I'm heading out, 'cause all the houses on your streets are burning down. Oh, but not to worry, I will be okay, 'cause I will pick myself back up another day. But I'm dirty from the travel, and I miss my family so goodbye, Dublin boys, farewell. I gave you my best shot, but you will never could tell. I'm gonna pack my suitcase and sing to myself goodbye. Things have gotta change, that's what they always do. Oh, but change has never been known to wait for you. I'm gonna go where the green is, don't wanna live for brown. I'm gonna get back on my horse till I go down. And you're more beautiful than ever, it just goes to show. So goodbye, Dublin boys, farewell. I gave you my best shot, but you will never could tell. I'm gonna pack my suitcase and sing to myself goodbye. Goodbye, 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 Dublin boys, farewell. And I gave you my best shot, but you will never could tell. I'm gonna pack my suitcase and sing to myself goodbye, goodbye.
Steve Tilston is a major figure on the British folk scene. In addition to being an extraordinary guitarist, he's also an accomplished songwriter and has seen several of his songs recorded by Fairport Convention, among others. He has recently released Such Times, a 15-track album featuring all original songs, including 2 instrumentals. Steve shares 2 of the songs from this album with us this evening.
Greetings. Thanks for inviting us to play at your festival. This is Hugh Bradley, by the way, is going to join me on bass. We're going to do 2 songs for you, both of them written about this area where I live in Yorkshire, in the north of England, the Pennines, a place called Hebden Bridge, and first one was written out on the moors, and it's called Daylight Rising. Daylight will come rising, with the long night, alas goodbye. Daylight will come rising, and an ill wind lay down to die. There will come a time to open wide the windows, get up out of bed and weave across the floor. Leave behind the shadows. Take those aching bones outside that door. Daylight will come rising. May the long night a last goodbye. Daylight will come rising, and a will wind lay down to die. There will come a time to shun all the false faces. There will come a time to silence the forked tongues. Led us into these dark places, knowing that their way was always wrong. Daylight will come rising, with the long night a last goodbye. Daylight will come rising, and an ill wind lay down to die. Daylight will come rising, with the long night a last goodbye. Daylight will come rising, and an ill wind lay down to die. And an ill wind lay down to die, and an ill wind lay down to die. And the next song, this is called The Satellite's Decree. And this is contrasting doing a live performance, going out and doing a gig, and then the next day coming back and having a walk in the countryside down through the hills down into the town. And the warp and weft of my existence. Certainly wasn't the good old days. It's called Satellite's Decree, which refers to the satellite navigation system. Stepping lightly from the ridge, down the pathway to the bridge, where the lost boys from the roids left smiles for celluloid. And the moment never fades, here where eternity cascades, doomed to do or die, leave heaven's knowing eye. Following the amber course, as it babbles through the moors, to wash away all fears with sepia-stained tears. treading down the footsteps roam, past broken legacies of stone, where water spun the schemes before the age of steam. Last night I was in some city, singing for my supper, fill that bowl. This day I'm treading easy, lead me far off from such rigmarole. Lead me down into the square, past revelers from everywhere, past the buskers and the clowns, to the heart of my hometown. Listen for me, babe, tears for laughing cavaliers, all passions on parade, this Pennine escapade. And spring is all around, love mislaid, a new love found, and some broken hearts maintain they'll never love again. Last night after I'd strummed the last chord, I touched the screen, it asked me where I'm bound, heading homeward, but which way's homeward? These cruel diversions lead me round and round, lead me to my feather bed, up and over Blackstone Edge, and the satellites decree that only dreams roam free. And the satellites decree that only dreams roam free.
Rod Picott is a Nashville-based singer and songwriter who has played several shows for us in the Sunday Street series over the years. His new release, his 11th album to date, is a collection of 26 songs he has co-written over his career with Slade Cleaves, his childhood pal from his garage band days in South Berwick, Maine, which happens to be the hometown of the Long Island Museum's prize carriage, the Grace Darling, which greets visitors when they enter the Carriage Museum.
Hey folks, I'm Rod Picott. I'm going to play a couple songs for you for Songs for a Midsummer Evening. I'm proud to be asked to participate. This first song is called Nobody Knows. It's sort of a little private prayer and song from an album I put out a few years ago called Hang Your Hopes on a Crooked Nail. Nobody knows where you go when you go, and everyone is just the same. You don't know, nobody knows. Do you get wings, or do you just fade away Will you hear love call your name? Lose your sorrow and all your shame. Stand upon your broken bones. Will you hear love call you home? Do you get wings? Or do you just fade away? My pretty thing, so short a time. This mystery is done and gone. Just a shade you left behind. Oh, pretty thing, so short a time. Do you get wings? Or do you just fade away? Nobody knows, nobody knows where you go, when you go. And everyone is just the same. You don't know, nobody knows. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's do something fun for songs for a midsummer evening. This is a song called 65 Falcon. And, well, it sounds like it's a song about a car, but it's not really. The subtext is there for you to discover. I bought an old Ford Falcon, wrote $100 check and thanked him. Broke down on the way back home. Was just a carburetor, so it didn't take long. It's got a busted windshield, bald tires and a broken door. But it gets me to my baby, and that's what I bought it for. A 65 Falcon. She likes to sit right in the middle, bare legs on a vinyl seat. Paint her toes up on the dashboard when she rides around with me. Gets about 10 miles to the gallon, half the gas goes up in fumes. Nobody tailgates this car, everybody gives you lots of room. Lots of static on the AM dial, but it plays WUSM. I like it when they play the old stuff. She sings along just a little out of tune. Well, she hears me coming from a mile away. Fan bad whines, all the dogs bark. Left an oil stain on her driveway, but now I know right where to park. Sometimes we drive for miles, sometimes we just park out back and drink beer with the doors wide open, making plans on a AAA Mac. A 65 Falcon. Don't wanna drive a Camaro, don't wanna wear cologne, don't need a kick-ass stereo, all I need is a 65 Ford. 65 Falcon. There you go.
Two members of the band Daisycutter join us for this evening's webcast. Sara Milonovich, lead singer for her group, is also an accomplished fiddle player and writes original songs for the band's albums. She's joined by Greg Anderson on guitar as they share two songs from Daisycutter's newly released CD, Northeast.
Hi, Sara Milonovich and Greg Anderson from Daisycutter here, and we are so happy to be part of the Songs for a Midsummer Evening. And thanks so much to Charlie Backfish and to the Long Island Museum for having us be part of this. The first song that we'd like to do is written by the great Scottish songwriter Karine Polwart, and it just is so fitting for these times that we're in and hopefully on the way out of. It's called The Sun's Coming Over the Hill. Six rain-ridden summers, and he still had an eye for me. Every evening he kissed me and told me he'd die for me. And then he ran off the road full of whiskey and irony. He always meant what he said. So I took to whiskey so I could recall the taste of his mouth on my mouth, that was all. And I tried the same trick with a truck, but it stalled. The engine was better off dead. No, the nights are long, but life is longer still. No, the nights are long, but the sun's coming over the hill. And the taste never left me, and I don't think it will. And it caused me to supplement whiskey with pills. But there was something inside that I couldn't kill. Believe me when I say I tried. There's some say you get what you deserve, but they're wrong. Sometimes you get what you're given, and then it's all gone. And you are lucky if you are sufficiently strong to daily decide not to die. No, the nights are long, but life is longer. Many things that I wouldn't change. There are better days gone than those that remain, but I can find joy in the sound of the rain. You have to find joy where you can. Oh, the nights are long, longer still. No, the nights are long, but the sun's coming over the hill. the sun's coming over the hill. The sun's coming over the hill. Thank you. This song is called Queen of Suburbia, and I wrote this one after a conversation with an old childhood friend. It's basically about drinking and second-guessing your life's decisions, or pondering the road not taken, if you want to get more philosophical about it. And both this song and Sun's Coming Over the Hill are from our brand new album, which is titled Northeast, and just came out at the end of June. So if you're looking for some new music this summer, go check it out. Or just pour yourself a drink and start second-guessing some life decisions. Or you know, whatever. I got drunk with the queen of suburbia, 30 miles from my threadbare hometown. Well, the big city lights might have hurt you, but it sure beats that hole in the ground. Hey honey, how's life with you these days? Did you figure it out on the way? How's the view through the eyes of your two kids and those bottles of Chardonnay? Hey, ain't it funny how life comes around? Do we settle on something to live for, or just settle down? As we reminisced back on our childhood, you'd have thought we were living in war, as we tried not to die from the boredom of figuring out what we're good for. Remember just after the first frost, when we played hide and seek in the corn, and everyone thought we were lost, till we came in at last to get warm. Hey, ain't it funny how life comes around? Do we settle on something to live for, or just settle down? Now it's been a few years since we've spoken. Guess there's not much we needed to say. And I see by the pictures you posted that your second one's making her way. Let's head up and settle our bar tab and study ourselves in the glass, and wonder how life would have turned out if we'd each chosen each other's path. Hey, ain't it funny how life comes around? Do we settle on something to live for, or just settle down? Hey, are we happy with all that we've found? Looking back at the road not taken for tracks on the ground. Now I wish that I wanted what you've got, quiet chores and a nice cozy bed, instead of stalking these highways and alleys with these dreams bleeding out in my head. Thanks so much again.
Our webcast moves to Canada for some songs from Ian Tamblyn, whose website describes him as a singer-songwriter, record producer, adventurer, and playwright. His songs have been recorded by numerous artists, including Lynn Miles, James Keelahan, and Valdi. Ian has recorded close to 30 albums, including the just-released A Longing for Innocence. His songs were celebrated by 17 fellow Canadian musicians in a 2005 tribute album.
Hello, my name's Ian Tamblyn. I'm very happy to be playing for you today. I'm recording from Chelsea, Quebec in the Gatineau Hills, Canada. And this first song is from the east coast of Canada, from an island that is about 200 miles off of Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, a place called Sable Island. It's a sand spit about 40 miles long, depending on the year. It can wash away part of it. And it's just a delightful place. It's kind of, it's sand dunes and horses, is what it's about. In the 1700s, some horses were left there, and now there's about 360 feral horses that wander around Sable Island. It's a national park. And so it's just great to see them wandering amongst the sand dunes and the long grasses. And surrounding Sable Island I think there's about 80,000 gray seals that beach up on the island. It's quite a place. And I was wanting to get away because I was suffering from Trump anxiety disorder. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And this was just a perfect place. There was no internet, there was nothing. All there was the ocean, the sand, and the horses. So I wrote this song, I think appropriately, called Let It Go. Full moon through the clouds tonight, ghosts whisper across the sea. The horses wander in the mirum grass, iris quiver in the breeze. White sands move to reshape this world, grain by grain, endlessly. Tomorrow will not be what it was today. It will be, it will be. Let it go. Let it all fall away. Fools may claim to rule this world, but the sun, the sand, the sea let us sway. Footsteps fall much slower now as I kneel by starry falls. The Solomon seal and the bayberry know it has been lost, for they grow amongst lost sailors, and they grow amongst the seals, and they grow to the horses' bones, and they wave across these fields. Let it go. Let it all fall away. Fools may claim to rule this world, but the sun, the sand, the sea let us wait. all fall away. Fools may claim to rule this world, but the sun, the sand, the sea, the moon, the sand, the stars have their way. This song is called Tiger Lily Road, and I wrote it some time ago. It was written on the north shore of Quebec, east of Quebec City, and some small towns, Bay St. Paul, Tadoussac, Les Esquimaux, Les Ablemont, and Bay St. Paul. But don't go looking for it. Others have, and you won't find it there, because this song is as much in my imagination as it is in the physical geography of a place. And so here it is. Sit back, it takes a while. When I was a younger man, traveled where the compass spanned the cobble streets of the Bay St. Paul, Tiger Lily Road. Narrow streets, sloping roofs, fishing weirs, horses' hooves, gold dust slide on the purple hills, always a river. I was sent on some exchange to learn the language. I got paid doing dishes in a waterfront cafe. Evenings I would wander home past rocking chairs, hushed Gallic tones, the knitting needles click a rosary. What was it about those times? I seemed to have a clear mind. My footsteps knew their purpose then down Tiger Lily Road. Perhaps it was the known routine, the simple work. My thoughts were free to roam the hills of Montpellier, always the river. Perhaps it was the Vesper hymns, the priests who prayed for my sins, the golden light upon the rim of hills. The steeple cast its shadow long in the afterglow. It lingered on. I knew myself better than I know. Weekends I would take my pack, Les Esquimaux, Tadoussac. The path before me lay the world down Tiger Lily Road. The bold cliffs of the Saguenay, we'd watch the fins and the white whales play while you could make San Rose in 2 days. And yet I see it clearly now that I was ripe for a fall. No priest within solitude on Tiger Lily Road. I think about that time and when, walking home one evening when we played the game of eyes, and that was all she wrote. The name she bore, Marie Lafleur. Her father owned that corner store at the corner of Redemption, Tiger Lily Road. And yes, I'd seen Marie before. The dreams are hopes and nothing more. I found myself at your door, dreams to deliver. But it seems you knew more than me, the greater fool, too blind to see that you yourself were drawn to me as drawn to that river. That evening as we wandered home, our steps were matched and not alone. The circumstance it had been sown, I smiled to remember. I think about those days. I wandered round in a haze, somewhere high above Tiger Lily Road. Well, the cook, he'd shake his spoon and laugh. I see the mouse has caught the cat. You are lost, and that is that. Lost to the river. But every moment we could spend, we spent together without end. Those shadows, they were lengthening down Tiger Lily Road. I guess we chose not to see that time was now the enemy. We We had forever, you and me, we had forever. We had forever. We had forever. So back into the hills we tramped. Malbay, les Esquimaux. The path before me lay the world down Tiger Lily Road. But Marie held a different key. She showed me new eyes to see the blue and white, the fleur-de-lis, always the river. As the evenings were lost to song, Leclerc, Vignon, Harmonium. I even tried to sing along, I tried to sing along. But the more I saw, the less I knew. And a fear inside me grew. As the meteors of August flew, I could not tell you that I am not bound to these hills. Your narrow streets, your sharpened will. Ce n'est pas mon pays, this Tiger Lily Road. As the first days of autumn turned, wedges flew and the maples burned with promises to return. I could not deliver. I did not know myself the truth, the shallow callowness of youth. I believed I'd see you come next summer. But next summer came, I moved west, the tiger lilies bloomed, I guess. Was it the same for you? I sometimes wonder, I sometimes wonder. As I drive the North Shore near your town, the radio off, the windows down, something made me turn on down Tiger Lily Road. That narrow street was unchanged, but the door, it's not the same, and suddenly I'm lost again on Tiger Lily Road. Why do you know Redemption Street? I ask the people that I meet. There is no Redemption Street, please try to remember. But you know Marie Lafleur, her father owned that corner store. Je le regrette, we don't know her, please try to remember. The river splashed 1,000 suns. I cursed myself, why had I come? The past cannot be found on Tiger Lily Road. Searching for some speck of time, a puzzle piece, a clear through line, something that could be defined as yours, as mine. Now I doubt myself, these events belong to someone else. Did we ever walk down Tiger Lily Road? But now I begin to see, as myth entwines our history, we have forever, you and me, we have forever, we have forever. We have forever. When I was a younger man, I traveled where the compass spanned the cobble streets of Bay St. Paul and Tiger Lily Road. Thanks again.
Beaucoup Blue is the Philadelphia-based father and son duo of David and Adrian Mowry. They impressed us when we first saw them at the New Bedford Folk Festival, and we've had them play many shows since then in our Sunday Street series. They've released 4 albums and have been busy writing new songs during the pandemic. They play 2 of those songs for us in this webcast.
Hey everyone, it's Beaucoup Blue here. We've had a rough year, but we're glad to be back. We've done a little work over the past year and a half writing, so we're going to play you a couple of new things that we've been working on. Alright, this is a new one called Paper Heart. Paper clouds and fire in my mind. The street, place of desire, faces of the moon far behind. You can fold up my paper heart, put it in your pocket. It won't ever hurt. Life's a lie. We alone juggle on fire. And paper moons and plastic bouquets. All the sad clowns dance them all away. And she's crying and I'm in the air. Oh, come get me, take me out of here. But I'm rising up to the night, and all those city lights sparkle far and bright. You can fold up my paper and put it in your pocket. It won't ever hurt. My paper, put it in your pocket. It won't ever hurt. Fold up my paper, put it in your pocket. It won't ever hurt.
It's a new song called The Antidote. Faith, hope, and charity, raked in the woods of liberty, held down fast while justice watched a play for us in. Holy moly rollers pay the tithe to you in countless ways. You're the liberator, the counterfeit king, a play for us in. We watch and listen days and nights, so many stories struck down dumb. The Prince of Lies returned undone, a play for us in. Deep in the distance, beneath the veil of time, the antidote sings, will you be ever mine? at the eve of the contrast star. Still we whistle past the graveyard door. We wait until the next shoe drops to play for us here. Two sides to every coin, the head, the tail, and they both conjoin. But what of love and hate we moan, a play for us in. What we call prayer is just complaint, bitching neath the gaze of saints, never seen and never believed, a play for us in. Deep in the distance, beneath the veil of time, the antidote, loving note sings, will you be ever mine? Science stands with forlorn facts. Religion speaks but never acts. We use them both like meth or smack, a play for us in. The junkies lament, the prisoners charge. I was never loved, I was never there, and innocence is still at large, a play for us in. Deep in the distance, beneath the veil of time, the antidote, the loving note sings, will you be ever mine? Will you be ever mine? Playing for us. You'll be ever mine. You'll be ever mine. Will you be ever
Gerry O'Byrne really deserves to be better known in the acoustic music community. An accomplished guitarist, songwriter, and producer, his songs have been recorded by Maura O'Connell, Kathy Ryan, and Mary Black, among others. His independently released album from 1999, Half Moon Bay, is an all-time favorite of ours. Gerry has recently released a new album, Swimming the Horses, and shares two songs from it recorded at his cottage in Ireland.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Gerry O'Byrne, and here's a song called The Old Coastal, which I wrote here in West Kerry, near Dingle, and it's a song about the past and it's about the present as well, and that's something you can so often do in song. So here it is. There are moments that come so easily to mind, like a first kiss of wind, and they tear away with you forever. We're deep south and the day begins with sunlight on bare skin that shrouds the ways of your dreaming. All I really wanted to do was play the vagabond blues with you wherever you came from. Down at the crossroads we're all the same, and maybe we never find our way home. Oh, I would tear away with you forever. Famous gambles have all gone south. It's just another tall tale from an old coastal rambler who tramps the winding river mouth. The boats washed up and creaking, where one by one the clouds cross over. God's country and the devil's hand, I know them both well, and isn't it a shame that God and devil are the same? They take your time, tear away all your treasure. There are moments that come so easily to mind, like a first kiss of wind, and they tear away with you forever. The stars go out and the day begins. It's a good day to ramble on. Tear away with you forever. Well, hello everybody. My name's Gerry O'Byrne. I'm recording this for you from the west of Ireland, from West Kerry near Dingle. And this is a song which was written about a character who I used to know around here, and it's called The Last King of Fiohanach. The last king of Fiohanach was wandering by my window, head bent forward all along the windy quay. All my troubles evaporated when I heard the music. A moment moment of music with the sisters of the sea. And he was singing all alone in the whistling breeze. There's a hole in the heavens that the clouds made when they parted, a patch of the ocean only he can plainly see. When he closes his eyes he can hear his own true lover. A moment of music, then she's gone so suddenly. And he was singing all alone in the whistling feeling the momentum of the moment, a moment of music, oh say, who could it be? He would ordinarily have liked to hear the blackbird, but the song of the raven won him over eventually. And he was singing all alone in the whistling flowers on the water when the last king leaves forever. In a moment of music we'll be waving from the quay, while the blackbird and the raven watch together. The last king of Fiohenach will sail away to sea. He'll be singing all alone in the whistling
From Ireland, we return to the U.S., and specifically Greenwich Village, where Emily Duff lives today, although she spent her childhood years on Long Island. Emily was part of our celebration of John Prine's songs in 2019 and opened a Sunday Street show for James Maddock. Her new album is Razor Blade Smile, and she shares 2 songs from it with us.
Hey WUSB, this is Emily Duff coming to you from Greenwich Village in New York City. I want to thank you for letting me be a part of this. And I also want to tell you that I'm going to be playing a couple of tracks off my new record. It's called Razor Blade Smile, and it's out on July 23rd, which I think, if this coincides perfectly, is today. Happy coincidence. So I'm going to play you a track. I'm going to lead off here with a song called Another Goodbye. And a lot of people know me as an Americana artist or an alternative country artist, and that is where my heart is. And as a songwriter, that's how I came up, listening to greats that would be considered, you know, standard classic country, Americana artists, Chris Christopherson, Bobby Gentry, Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, Neil Diamond came out of the Brill Building. And then I took off, and I had my stint as an electric guitar player and a punk rocker. But here I am doing something I love to do, which is just me in my apartment. Like I said, in Greenwich Village with an acoustic guitar and a microphone, not even just on the phone here. So I'm going to do another goodbye for you, and I hope you like it. I see you watching me, studying my breathing, waiting for a reply. I feel you hating me, wishing for a miracle to fall from the sky. Maybe you really want me dead or just gone from your bed. I see you watching me with anger in your eyes, and it's time to fly. Another goodbye, no I won't ask why. Move along like a song without a bridge. Another goodbye, no I won't cry. Collect my heart, my soul, my pride, and try to start again. I crave you holding me, protecting and loving unconditionally. I sense the changes coming for a long time, but refuse to see. Maybe you really want me dead or just gone from your bed. I crave you holding me with tenderness and honesty, and it's killing me. Another goodbye, no I won't ask why. Move along like a song without a bridge. Another goodbye, no I won't cry. Collect my heart, my soul, my pride, and try to start again. Hold on, I'm not sure you really understand this tragic break. Agonizing, sentimental earthquake, too much to take. I pray, forgive me, please, knowing in my bones the odds are slim. Yes, I see you watching me, ready, willing, able to commit that sin. Or just gone from your bed. Still I pray, forgive me, please. Stop watching and let me be. Another goodbye, I know I won't ask why. Move along like a song without a bridge. Another goodbye, I know I won't cry. Collect my heart, my soul, my pride, and try to start again. Another goodbye, I know I won't ask why. Move along like a song without a bridge. Another goodbye, I know I won't cry. Collect my heart, my soul, my pride, and try to start again. Another goodbye, another goodbye. Another goodbye, another goodbye. Hey again, everybody at WUSB. Thanks again for including me. It's really a treat to be here. I'm going to finish off my two tunes here with the last tune on my new record. Don't forget, it's called Razorblade Smile. You can pick it up at Bandcamp and uTunes and iTunes and Amazon and all those cool places. And at Bandcamp, you can get it on CD or you can just get it as a download. It was produced by Eric Roscoe Amble, who produced my last record, Born on the Ground. All my records are available at Bandcamp. And you can get a few of them on vinyl as well, and I wish you would. Thank you very much for supporting independent music and independent artists. I appreciate it very much. This song is called Nicotine and Waiting, and it's a waltz. And here's to Nicotine and Waiting. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you listening to me. My name is Emily Duff. Thanks for coming in my house. Yellow stains on my fingers. I've been up all night with eyes swollen halfway shut. Swollen tonight. Harsh words, blatant lies, are hurting inside. It's what we don't say that plagues us. Up all night praying for a knock at the door. Nicotine and waiting gon' kill me for sure. Guilt and pain often linger when your love's gone south. Your heart hits me so hard, knocked down for the count. Harsh words, blatant lies, are hurting inside. It's what we don't say that plagues us. Up all night praying for a knock at the door. Nicotine and waiting gon' kill me for sure. One burning in the tray, one lit in my hand. A lifetime in ashes and no wedding band. Yellow stains on my fingers, but I can't fall asleep. Chain smoking till you get home. I'm glued to my seat. Harsh words, blatant lies, are hurting inside. It's what we don't say that plagues us. Up all night praying for a knock at the door. Nicotine and waiting gon' kill me for sure. Up all night praying for a knock at the door. Nicotine and waiting gon' kill me for sure. It's gonna kill me for sure. Thank you. Make sure you check out the record, everybody. That song has a beautiful accordion solo by Charlie Giordano on it, and it's got some lovely pedal steel guitar by a swell player named Cody Nielsen out of Boston. Produced by Eric Roscoe Amble, with Keith Christopher on bass, Phil Cimino on drums. Thank you, everybody. My name's Emily Duff. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Willie Nile is a longtime Greenwich Village resident who we've followed from his 1978 debut album through his subsequent 12 albums. His new album, The Day the Earth Stood Still, will appear next month. His fellow musicians and songwriters shared their versions of Willie's songs on last year's tribute, Willie Nile Uncovered, on Paradiddle Records, honoring this great and very influential songwriter.
Hello, everybody. It's Willie Nile here, and I'm happy to be a part of this edition of Sunday Street Webcast. With special thanks to Charlie Backfish for all these years of spreading healing music throughout the community. Thank you, Charlie, for all you do. It's a better world with you in it, and we're all grateful to you for that. So here's the Sunday Street Webcast. Long may ye reign. Cheers. Hello, everybody. This is The Innocent Ones. I dedicate to all the people going to bed hungry around the world tonight. Living from the center, right out to the edge, miserable and desperate, standing on the ledge. What was on the inside is now completely out. Nothing is for certain, everything's in doubt. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent one. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent one. Completely naked, middle of the night, climbing through the barbed wire, staying out of sight, hiding in the shadows, running from the law. Every time you stand up, you take it on the jaw. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent one. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing innocent ones, yeah. Can you hear them calling? Can you hear them cry? Can you feel the heartbreak look you in the eye? Can you feel the teardrops rolling down the cheek? Some can hardly stand up, some can hardly speak. I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent one. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent one. I said, I stand up in the sun, everybody sing for the innocent one. Hey, hey, nowhere left to run, everybody sing for the innocent one. Hey, 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 hey. It's a song called Let's All Come Together. Speaks for itself. Here's to the human race, better days ahead. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, whoa, yeah. Whoa, 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 hey, hey, whoa, yeah. From the bowels of New York City to the streets of East LA, the poverty ain't pretty, the hunger it ain't, hey. Some say it isn't true, and some just don't believe. But it's far better to give than it is to receive. Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make it last forever. Let's all come together right now. From the Appalachian Trail to Washington, D.C., there are even broken hearts in the hills of Beverly. Now some may want to fight, and some will go to war. But after all these centuries, who even knows what for? Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make it last forever. Let's all come together right now. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, oh yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, oh yeah. From the richest of the rich to the poorest of the poor, with the planet heating up, people reaching out for more. You can read it in the news or watch on CNN. Just look outside your window, 'cause here they come again. Let's all come together, let's make this bad news better. Let's all come together right now. Let's do it now or never, let's make
Elliott Murphy first came to our attention with his impressive 1973 debut album, Aqua Show. Since that release, this Long Island native from Garden City has turned out 40 albums and has also written a novel as well as 2 collections of short stories. Elliott was inducted into the Long Island Music Hall of Fame in 2018 by Billy Joel and was the subject of the documentary, The Second Act of Elliott Murphy. He recently starred in the film Broken Poet. From his home in Paris, Elliott is joined by a great guitarist, Olivier Durand.
Elliott Murphy here, coming to you from Paris, France, on Rue Beauregard. Next to me is my longtime musical collaborator, Olivier Durand.
Bonjour, Long Island.
Who knows Long Island well. He's done many trips on the Long Island Expressway with me. And we're happy to be here today to help our favorite DJ, Charlie Blackfish, with his summer extravaganza. And we're going to do a couple of songs for you. The first song is a new song written during the first confinement. It's called I See Hope in Your Eyes. Was not feeling too inspired during those dark days, but my wife told me you gotta have hope, and voila, this is the song that came out of that. I see hope in your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a pen with no ink, my brain forgot to think, but still I can hustle along on my muscle, a memory. Like a car with no gas. Well, I know I'm not moving fast, but I still get a thrill rolling downhill. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes, in your eyes. Like a painter who paints his portraits of saints, the faces of the homeless, so lost in their aloneness. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes, in your eyes. I see hope, I see hope, I see hope, I see hope. Like a dream that isn't strange, like a fortune made from rain, like a conflict resolved, like a mystery finally solved, like an imaginary friend. I see hope, like a song that doesn't end. like a distant relative you always thought was dead. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes. I see hope in your eyes, in your eyes. I see hope, 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 I see hope. Elliott Murphy's still here from Paris with Olivier Durand on guitar and vocals. For our second song, this is a song that has special meaning for me and Long Island, my roots. This is called On Elvis Presley's Birthday. This is a song about a memory of a day I passed with my father back in the 60s, driving around in his car. And it was Elvis Presley's birthday, and we knew that because they announced it on the radio, and I believe it was Cousin Brucey, the great legendary DJ, who announced that. And I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony a couple of years ago, where I was honored to be included among that very, very important group of musicians and DJs and Long Island music men. So, on Elvis Presley's birthday, for you, Charlie. You know, I don't love this place where I live, this particular geographic location, but I've grown used to it, and now I miss it when I'm away. Of course, when I was a child, my father would take me with him down to the Bowery. And in the restaurant supply stores, he'd buy shiny steel refrigerators, deadly looking stoves, while I begged him to take me down a Canal Street, buy me some big dead bullets. He wore a short corduroy jacket, a feather in his hat, and he talked with his hands in his pants pockets, jangling change. We were riding in his Cadillac on Elvis Presley's birthday. They said it on the radio. And my father, he liked Elvis. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. We drove through the black neighborhoods of Long Island's North Shore when Elvis was alive. You see, my father, he was from Brooklyn. And the Depression left its mark. From picking up coal on the railroad tracks, and still hardly had a good word to say about Franklin Delano Roosevelt. No. Later, I liked elegant hotel bars where I could drink under F. Scott Fitzgerald stars, the coolest of the cool, where I was never a child, driving and driving and driving and driving and driving, driving and driving and driving and driving and driving and driving, 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 driving home with my dead father on Elvis Presley's birthday. This is an unreal city. You can be anybody you want to be. When you're alone, when you're alone, when you're alone. From Paris, sending our best out to everybody who's listening. Charlie, thank you. Wishing you good health, happiness, tenacity. And we'll see you down the road. Yeah.
The trio Gathering Time makes an encore appearance in tonight's webcast with two songs recently recorded in performance. The first of them, Tanglewood Tree, was written by the late Dave Carter, who passed away almost 2 decades ago at age 50. Gathering Time's latest album, Old Friends, is a well-chosen collection of classic songs from the 1960s and 1970s.
But he's just left such a legacy of great music, and I fell in love with this song about 10 years ago, and we kind of worked up an arrangement of it, and we all kind of fall in love with it. This is called Tanglewood Tree.
1, 2.
Is a tanglewood tree in a bower of green, in a forest at dawn. Fair while the mockingbird sings, but she soon lifts her wings, and the music is gone. Young lovers in the tall grass, their hearts open wide, when the red summer poppies bloom. Is a trackless domain, and the rumor of rain in the late afternoon. Love is an old root that creeps through the meadows of sleep when the long shadows cast. Thin as a vagrant young vine, it encircles and twines, and it holds the heart fast. Catches dreamers in the wildwood with the stars in their eyes, and the moon
Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Now, this has been a lot of fun. We just got like one more song after this one, but this one is an awful lot of fun.
You don't sound like a singing postman anymore.
No.
We hope you enjoyed this evening's webcast, and we ask you to please support the artists who participated. Many thanks to Emma Backfish for her technical work on this webcast, and Samantha O'Rourke for graphic design. Also, we wish to thank the Friends of the Sunday Street series for their support. We look forward to another webcast in the fall. Stay well, and we'll see you then.